And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back. Wartime Yeshiva School Show. Wartime ZoomShteig number 196 in the schus of the soldiers and in the schus of the hostages. They should both be returned safely to us. It's supposed to be it's a mikdash. We built the Ryan should be fortified. We should have Yerushalayim and Mamish, the hands of Shemrei Torah.
Yatzmach Perkane V'Karev Mashiach.
Amen. Okay, so
Shlita.
Listen, she is Shenizke. I say Shlita. Yeshiva School so Shlita, and it stands for Shenizke L'Chayim Tovim. Amen. Aruchu Amen. Yeshiva School so Shnita. I'm kidding. Shlita. Okay. So we saw the four answers, the four explanations for why even, what is even the rationale behind Beis Shammai and behind Beis Hillel to say not to eat the egg. We saw one opinion that it was talking about a chicken that was set aside for having eggs, and so it was muksa because you were planning on eating it on Yantif. That's Rav Nachman. We saw Rabbah, who says, no, it's not a question of muksa. It's a tarnagol that you're planning on eating. It's not muksa. We're talking about a specific case. Yantif falls out to be on Shabbos. Then we saw Rav Yosef and Rav Yitzchak and Rabbi Yitzchak, who said that, no, the reason you can't have the egg, really, it's fine, but it's a gezerah that you can't have the egg for this reason or for that reason. Is it compared to a tree, to a fruit that falls off a tree, or juice that like drips from a fruit on a tree? Mashkin shazavu. So says the Gemara, V'av Rabbi Yochanan savar, and even Rabbi Yochanan holds gezerah mishum mashkin shazavu. Even Rabbi Yochanan holds that it's the gezerah. It's like the worst one of all the gezerahs that we're thinking is the most ridiculous. Shalom
Aleichem shalom.
So we're saying even Rabbi Yochanan holds that it's a gezerah because of the juice that comes out of the fruit, like the egg that comes out of the chicken. The egg is inside the chicken. The fruit, the juice is inside the fruit. Yo, we need Farm Boy. We'll tell him we have a good Holy Juices tag. The fruit in the juice, our juice is from fruit, just like an egg is from the chicken's butt. I don't know. That's holy jizz. All right, none of that. None of that here. We are hoping that Amir Tzashem Shligs will be like, yo, share. You know? Because as I said in the introduction to Maseches Beitza, I chose it for Farm Boy himself. You know? Not necessarily because of the eggs and the chickens, even though like he would be a star with those answers and those like tahers, but just because I was feeling the Masechta. Okay. So it's a gezerah because of the mashkin shazavu, the juice that comes out. The Rabbi Yochanan Rami, the Rabbi Yehuda, the Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yochanan asks a stira, a contradiction between the opinions of Rabbi Yehuda and the opinions of Rabbi Yehuda. Umishani. And so from contrasting these two conflicting opinions of Rabbi Yehuda, he can actually learn a third thing. This is what Bina is. This is what Bina is. Bina is you learn something, you make an inference, right? You look at these two things and you can infer a third thing. So let's see. None. It says in a Mishnah, This is a Mishnah in Shabbos and of Kuf Mem Gimel Amud Beis and Chulin Yudalid Amud Beis. Ein sochten as a peros lohotzi mehem mashkin. So you cannot squeeze fruit on Shabbos to get juice. So this is not maybe not even talking about like that it's on a tree and it just like seeps out. No, it's talking about really like squeezing lemonade or orangeade. The question is, what about lemon on a fish? Right? Because that you're squeezing the lemon, but not for the juice per se. I don't know. What do you think, Rebbetzin? The halacha, Hilchos Shabbos.
Well, you're adding it to an existing dish. It's not like you're making lemonade.
Right, exactly. So I'm wondering if that makes a difference. Good blind. I don't know either. We have to see, and luckily we're learning this exact sugya. So let's see what let's learn the sugya of squeezing.
Like the juice has to be extracted from the fruit, but the egg doesn't have to, like the liquid of the egg doesn't have to be extracted from the shell.
No. We're not comparing the liquid of the egg. We're comparing the egg itself to the juice that's in the fruit. Just like the juice is like beluy, it's like swallowed up in the fruit, and when you squeeze it, it comes out. So too the egg is like swallowed up in the belly of the mommy egg.
I was thinking
and
of
when
the
she
chicken. I was thinking of the chicken as being the fluid of the egg, but it just like it was in the belly of the chicken, it was also a chicken in potential by just being fluid.
the egg comes out.
So
So Rav Yosef compares it to the egg popping out of the butt of a chicken, the colloquia of the chicken, which it poops out of and has sex from and gives the egg from. A one-whole animal of the chicken. Did you know that?
No.
Me neither. But I think that my dad, like after shir yesterday, sent me this thing about colloquia. I'll send it to the Rebbe. I'll send it to shir. Mind blowing, right? A one-whole chicken, crazy.
Thank Avi Myri for clarifying. From the whole
thank Avi Myri. Shkayach to Avi Myri. We should have discussed it and come to share. And really, we should have discussed. Yeah, I did the theme in the schus of Achtos in the yeshiva and Achtos in the family. Mirz Hashem, we should see my dad come to share today, and we should see Shlomo come to share today. Okay.
Amen.
Okay. Ein sochten as a peros, you can't squeeze to take out juice. And if they came out from themselves, it's usher. Rabbi Yehuda says, Omer imla ochlin hayotze mehen mutter. If it's for food, so that what comes out of them is mutter, the mashkin, but if it's for juice, hayotze mehen usher. Zalman, this could be the exact case that we're thinking about. Alma, we see kol leochlin leRebbi Yehuda ochla de efrasu. Oh, we see that ochla de efras, like food coming out of food. We have to see exactly what Rashi says. Leochlin. What does it mean leochlin? Like what? Like you're gonna squeeze it on top of a fish? So ochla de efras. We see be'od amar Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says furthermore. He says matne adam al kalkala shel peros biyantiv. A person can make a tanai, I think it's saying, a condition on a basket of fruit on yantif. Kalkala, by the way, is how you say the word economy in Hebrew, in modern Hebrew. And lechora, it comes from this word kalkala, peros, a basket. Okay? It's only half misug. What? Oh, people are like talking next to the car? I think that in the excuse of the tire will be okay. By the way, we have 2 tickets on our car. We gotta move it. Okay. In the excuse of shear, we'll have the strength can move the car into a safe place, and the wisdom to figure it out with the help of the Rebbetzin, the help of the entire yeshiva. Okay, and the help of the Eibush.
Amen.
Amen. So a person makes a condition on the basket of fruit on Yantif for the first Rishon, and then he can eat them on the second Yantif. V'chein, and furthermore, Beitza shenoldu b'rishon, an egg that's born on the first Yantif, tocha b'sheni, you can eat it on the sheni. B'sheni in b'rishon, no, on the second day, yeah, you can eat it, but on the first one you can't. Is this talking about Yantif sheni shalgalios? So umashani, and so he learns out from this contradiction. Rabbi Yochanan learns it, and so umashani he learns, and he says muchlefes hashita. He says, so therefore you have to switch the shita. And there's a Gilyon Hashas over here, and this is sending me to a Gemara in Brachos in 2 places, in Erevin and Pesachim in 2 places, and in 2 more places here in Yevamos and Ksubis, Nedarim, Kedushin, Chulin. We just stepped on a landmine of Eon right now. Apparently, this is like some huge sugya that spreads all over Shas. This idea all over Shas, Nashim and Moed and also Kachim, yeah. All over Shas, the sugya, and the idea is Muchlefes Hashita, which seems to be like they switched the Shita. We have to see what that Muchlefes Hashita is here. I see that there's a Rashi and there's also a Tosfos. So this could be, anyways, the topic of tomorrow's shir. We'll figure out what to talk about the Muchlefes Hashita. We're going to see it again with Rashi, and then I want to maybe go into the sugya of squeezing lemons or squeezing fruit. When we come around me, but we see that there's one reason for it. Ravina says, no, don't flip the shita. Rabbi Yehuda was saying, like, yeah, I'm saying according to your words, Rabbi. I'm saying, Lididi, saying to me, it would be even mutter on the first day. Why? Because it's ochla de efras, it's food that's coming out of food. So even on the first day, it's also good. Right? But according to you, the Rabbanan, Oduli, you'll at least agree to me, the Besheni Shire, that on the second day it's permissible, the Shtei Kedusha thing, because the different Yantifs, maybe this is talking about Rosh Hashanah on the first day and on the second day. Oh, Shalom Aleichem Avi Mairi. Shalom Aleichem Avi Mairi. So another case that another big sugya, we're learning Masechus Beitza and we're learning it Be'iyun, and so another big sugya is the concept of Yantif itself, or let's say Rosh Hashanah. It's a 2-day Rosh Hashanah, even in Eretz Yisrael. So the Gemara talks about it a lot. But is it kedusha? Is it one kedusha or is it 2 kedushas? The Chorah, Shabbos, and Yantif, obviously 2 kedushas.
But which Yantifs are we talking about?
Rosh Hashanah day 1, Rosh Hashanah day 2. So that seems to be the machlokes. So Rabbi Yehuda is saying to the Chachamim, Rabbi Yehuda is saying, according to me, you could eat the egg even on the first day of Yantif, because it's food that comes out of food. But according to you, that you guys are, for whatever reason, saying no, we have to see in the Rashi what exactly is going on here. You'll agree to me at least that on the second day it's mutter, because it's 2 different kedushos. The Amri lay Rabbanan, and the Rabbanan say to him, Lo kedusha achasi. No. It's 1 kedusha on Rosh Hashanah. So now we're talking about Yantif Sheni Shalgalios, second Yantif in Shmutz La'aretz. And that is it 1 kedusha or is it 2 different kedushas? So we say a new kiddush on the second day. Do we say another shechianu, Dad? Oh, shalom aleichem. Do we say another shechianu, Abba?
For Rosh Hashanah?
On the second day Rosh Hashanah and second day Yantif.
No. But there's difference.
Yeah,
Rosh Hashanah, no, because it's Yom HaRichta.
Yom HaRichta, nice.
But on the second day of Yontif, yes, I believe, because we don't know which is the first day. We don't know which
But
is
isn't
the
that the
real day.
same reason? Isn't that the same reason for Rosh Hashanah? What I'm saying is that shouldn't
No.
two-day Yantif also be Yom HaRichta?
No, Rosh Hashanah is not a 2-day Yontif for the same reason. It's also a 2-day Yontif in Israel. It's nothing to
No,
do
but it's
with.
also for the same reason. The only reason that it's different, Avi Meiri, the Chayra, is because it's the first day of the month. And so it has to do with Kiddush HaChodesh. I think we're going to see the sugya in more detail later on in the Masechta. But I think it has to do with that since that it was like Mikadesh and like Yantif, you have like time because it's in the middle of the month. Sukkot.
You're right. I think you're definitely right.
But Rosh Hashanah, it's the same reason that it's a suffix. Just the thing is that the suffix even in Israel because it's on the first day of the month. It's on Aleph Tishrei. But we got to see. We haven't even seen Rashi. So, but the state Kedushos, Kedusha Achaz, I feel like that they're talking about Rosh Hashanah, and we have to see if the laws are different, like my dad was saying, that you do make a Shechianu on the second day. I would think that you make a Shechianu on the second day in Rosh Hashanah also. You make a Shechianu on the second day, Rosh Hashanah L'chara. Okay. There was a big chus that we got to learn from my dad, and maybe he'll come back soon. We got to ZoomShteig. Okay, anyways, so Ravina Berei de Rav Ula Amar Hacha B'Tanagolas Hamedes Legado Beitza. No, in this case, it's talking about a Tanagolas that is standing, that is about to have some kids, and we didn't set it aside for Yantiv, and therefore Rabbi Yehuda classic the Tamei goes according to Lishitaso. The Islay Muksa because he has Muksa. That's a great answer. Why did Rabbi Yehuda say you can't have it on the first day? Because of Muksa, right? We know that Rabbi Yehuda is the big Muksa guy. Okay. So now we got through the Gemara. The second part of the Gemara with Rabbi Yochanan Muchlefes Shashita and the stira in Rav Yehuda. We're going to do that tomorrow, and we're going to focus on the Tosfos. Today, we're going to go into the sugya and halacha l'maisa. Mirz Hashem, I'll be able to get my aruch hashulchan, and the Eibush will give us yat d'shmaya, and then we can really. I realize that's the next step in like teaching Iyun is like in halacha l'maisa sugyas like this. But you'd make do with the cards been dealt, and this is more than enough. And such a schos. So Rabbi Yochanan holds that the gezerah is because of mashkim sezav. So now we're talking. There's the reason that you can't have the egg, according to Beis Hillel, you can't eat the egg that was born on Yantif, is because it's a gezerah that like someone might think that's okay to squeeze. It's okay to squeeze the a person might think it's okay to squeeze the fruit and get juice. Okay, so actually, Rabbi Yochanan holds that that's the reason for the gezerah, and the reason that he told us that was the reason for the gezerah was because the stira in Rabbi Yehuda, and the first is the Mishnah that we're going to focus on today. Ein sochten as aperot lohotzi mehem mashkin. You cannot squeeze the fruit to let juice come out of them. Let's see if we have a Rashi. So you can't squeeze them. If they come out of the bo bayom, it's a gezerah shema yischo, right? So the gezerah is you can't eat it that day because even if they come out themselves, because maybe you're going to squeeze them. Rabbi Yehuda says, if it's for food, what comes out of them is mutter. If these fruits were assigned that they were going to be used as a as a spice or as a decoration or as a flair for the food, so then it's mutter. But if it's right, hayot me mutter bo bayom the given the lo nichale bahani mashkin legal migzar shema. So there's a din in lo nichale that he wants to eat these fruit, and so he doesn't want that the juice should come out of them. So if the juice comes out of them, so then we're good. But if it's for if you're going to use it for drinking, so then Yotzim may have his aser, it's forbidden. So we see everything for Ochlin or Rabbi Yehuda is Ochlin the Ephrazu. Alma we see, the Ka'amar im la'ochlin, it's using it for food. Yotzim may have his mutter, kol la'ochlin, amrinan l'davar hayotze mehan. That food that comes out of food is Ochlin the Ephras. No. We don't consider them, the gezerah is from juice that comes out, but we consider them that it's like food that comes from food. If you're going to eat it, if you're planning on eating this food, this fruit. Okay. Before we get to the contradiction between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yehuda, I wanted to take this opportunity and see a Rambam in Parak Aleph Hilchos Yontif Halacha Chaf Daled. So I turn to the back of my Ozer Hadar and I go to the Rambam, and we see just the Rambam. We're not gonna have no say Caitlin. This is still not final form. But Halacha Chaf Daled, we see it. Okay. Shnei Yamim Tovim Elu Shel Galios. So these Yamim Tovim Elu Shel Galios is 2 Kedushos and not 1 Kedusha. Ve'enam ki Yom Echad. So my dad said Yom HaArichta. And we have to see, like, where did he even get that from? Like, let's see. All we know is what the Rambam does not like that. But maybe Yantif is different, maybe than Yantif of Galios. Therefore, Davar Shahaya Mukta Biyom Do Rishon Ocean Nolad Rishon Im Hachin Oso L'Sheni. If you prepare to say, oh, we need that on Sheni, Hari Mutter. You have to prepare it. And it's Mutter. Ketzad. What's the case? This is the Rambam. Beitza Shano Do Rishon Tocha B'Sheni. An egg that's born on the first one, you can get the second one. Chayav Of Sheni Tzudo. Okay, so this is already going to later on in the Masechta, but since it's in the Rambam, we'll see a little bit. An animal that was caught on the first one, you can eat it on this. If you have like a fruit that fell off the thing, so even though you can't eat it on the first one, you can eat it on the sheni. And you can also use, I think like kachol as ayin is to use like eyeshadow or eye makeup, like blue eye makeup maybe. Maybe it's for refuah. Oh, it's mutter b'yom tov sheni. Even v'avabi she'ein sham choli, even though it's not sick. So we see a little bit in the makeup sugya. By the way, makeup sugya may come in this Masechta, so look out for that. I wish my dad was here for this. What are these? What are these talking about? This is talking about the 2 Yom Tovim of Galias of Chutar. Aval Shnei Yom Tovim of Rosh Hashanah. Then my dad says the Chilek Kedusha Achazein Ukiyom Echadheim Nechshavim Aim Chashuvim. Yo, so good that we live. Like I said, like I don't know. I said like, we got to see. But my dad, Baruch Hashem, Avi Mayri. 100% right. I wish he was here to see this. The Rambam is saying exactly like my dad. That I was like, I don't know. We gotta see it. We gotta see if like we can find the Makor. The Rambam said exactly my dad was sending the picture after share. L'kol elu aduvarim ela le'inyan hameis bilvad. Aval Beitza Shenol the Rishon Shel Rosh Hashanah is Asura B'Sheni. Wow. Yo, Avi Myri. Let me just stand up in recognition. V'chein kol kiyotze b'zeh. And also everything that comes out from this. Shabbos has muchal yom tov v'noda beitza be'echad mehen asura b'sheni. Okay, so like if it's Shabbos that comes like after Yontif, right? And so like let's say the egg was like or Shabbos they come right after Yontif. You can't have from Shabbos to Yontif, that we already know. V'chein kiyod b'zeh v'afilu noda b'yom sheni lo tochal b'Shabbos esmuchalo. Unbelievable Rambam. Unbelievable Rambam. The Rambam says exactly like what my dad said. I was like, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know. All I said was, I don't know. But my dad seemed to have absolutely knocked this one out of the park. I'm so happy and proud. Let us see now what the Shulchan Aruch says. But we're talking about, but were we talking about squeezing? Why are we talking about squeezing? And then they come and they give me this beautiful thing. Oh, because that's a bet. I saw the wrong Rambam, Yidin. It's Perek Chav Aleph Mehilchos Shabbos Halacha Yud Bet. Okay, so first of all, we accidentally saw the wrong Rambam that showed us that my dad was 100% right about the Yom HaRichta and Yanti and the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah being different inherently from the 2 days of Yantif and Galus. And we were just saying that you guys see it inside, but we saw it inside, and my dad was 100% correct. Okay, now we're going to see the Rambam about squeezing that we've been waiting so long for. Perek Chav Aleph Hilchos Shabbos Halacha Beis. Have Malcolm, please. Perek Chav Aleph Halacha Beis. Wait, hold on, let me do this. Perek Chav Aleph Halacha Yud Beis. Okay. Mefarek Chayav Mishum Dash. V'asochet zeisim ve'anavim chayav mishum mefarek. So mefarek, when you squeeze a fruit, right, and the juice comes out, the iser is mishum dash. It's from threshing. What is threshing? Threshing is when you take this like machine attached to a mule, and it like has spikes on it, and it turns around and around, and it gets the seed out of the grain, or no, out of the chaff. Yeah. The grain out of the chaff. And so getting juice out of a fruit is the exact same malacha.
You're not allowed to separate on Shabbos the good from the non-usable.
Not borer. This is a different malacha.
That's even true with that's different. This doesn't it overlap?
That's the next one. That's the next one. That's like after you have on the floor, you have bits of chaff and bits of grain, and then you sift it out. That's borer.
Well, that's what you can't even use a slotted spoon on Shabbos.
Yes, but we're talking about one step before in the process of actually taking the grain out of the chaff, and that's called threshing, right?
Correct.
All right, we need Farm Boy, but
because it's practically different because
Zalman
in
also
one
knows.
instance you're using like your eyes and fingers to do separation.
They're different malachas.
Right.
They're two different malachas in Shabbos. Yeah, two completely different malachas in Shabbos. And we learn different malachas that are like Talmud said about the spoon, and like the Gemara, and like we said about squeezing. Okay, so where were we? Chaf Aleph Halacha Yud Beis. So it's mishum mefarik or mishum dash. Levich asher lischot tutim v'rimonim. Tutim. We just learned that word. Strawberries, right? And pomegranate. Hoil umixas bnei adam sheichten osam kizeisim v'avanim. They squeeze them like like zaysim, olives and grapes. Shema yavel lishchot v'anavim. Since some people squeeze pomegranates and strawberries and make juice out of those things, so maybe someone will come to squeeze these things which really they squeeze and they make oil or wine, which are deraisa, not to squeeze them. So maybe it's a gezerah not to squeeze even the other fruit. Aval shar peros, but the other fruits like prishim, I think that's like something, and tapuchim, apples, ozridin, also fruit or something. Mutter l'sochten b'Shabbos because they're not b'nei schita. Okay, what about lemons? Citrus. They seem to be yes b'nei schita.
It's not like a pomegranate.
Right.
Or is it?
It seems to be something that is to be frozen. So we see the Shulchan Aruch, Or Chaim, Shin Chaf Sif Aleph. Shin Chaf Sif Aleph. And we go see that. Now we don't have all of them on the park. We can't do our best, but we can do our best. You know what I'm saying? Shin Chaf Aleph. Zaysim v'anavim asar l'sachtan. Olives and grapes, you can't squeeze them. Im yatsu me'atzman, they come from themselves. Asurim, it's asur. Afilu lo hayu omdim el achila. So the Shulchan Aruch is paskening even more machmir than the Chorah Pshat and Gemara, right? He's saying that even if it is omed lachila, right, you can't have the stuff that comes out of it, even though it's lo nichale, says Rashi. The tutim rimonim and strawberries and pomegranates aser l'sachtam. Oh, in those cases, it's omdim lachila would be mutter, like the Gemara implied. The omdim the mashkim is aser. The shar kol peiros mutter l'sachtam. That's what the Shulchan Aruch says. Haggah, the Ramah. Okay, says the Ramah, a place where the minhag is to squeeze fruit to drink their juice because you're thirsty or just because it's delicious. So then the din is like strawberries and pomegranates. Aval. However, im nagu l'sachto l'refuah levado eno lachush. If you're just trying to do it for health, so you don't have to worry. Like for example, lemon in tea. Is that for health?
Definitely possible. It's definitely possible.
What?
It's definitely possible that it's
yeah. So we're only seeing like it's very beautiful since we don't have all the svarim. We're seeing like what we can see, and that's to say it earlier, and we'll get better in the future. The neighbor sure has his fin. Give see the because davka l'schor aser ava mutter limtzotz befiv mina navim ve'amashke b'hen. So you can suck with your mouth the grapes, like and like get the juice that way, and also with the rest of the things. V'yesh over those that say that mitzitza b'peh is aser v'anavim v'chayotzi b'hem. Ah, everyone here stand up. Dad, I wanted to see the Rambam that talked about schita. We just saw about squeezing. We're talking about squeezing. But I accidentally, and obviously there's no accidents, Ashkacha Pratis, saw the next Rambam that they were talking about. The Rambam in Hilchos Yantif that was talking about our sugya that we were talking about about the egg that was born on the first day, eating it on the second day. And we were talking about, is it talking about Yantif, the first day of Yantif and Gullus, or on Rosh Hashanah? And I was, and me and you were discussing, like you were saying that there's a difference between Rosh Hashanah, the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, and the other 2 days. And I said, well, I don't understand why, because the Chayr, this is like, they're both out the reason of not knowing the day. But I said, we'll see. And we saw the Rambam. The Rambam in Hilchos Yantif, Parak Aleph, Halacha Chav Dalet. I don't know if my dad is with us, but we saw Mamish. Okay, if he's not with us, that's okay. Also, when he comes back, I'll fill him in, or after share.
It might be
Okay.
stuck, but
It's okay. It's okay.
9 men.
Perfect. Okay, so since we saw that Rambam, let's see. Let's understand what is the stira, what is the contradiction in the Shita of Rabbi Yehuda. The first one says Rabbi Yehuda was the one who says that we see that for Rabbi Yehuda, if you're going to eat it, you're going to eat the fruit. Oh, Bobby Bas. Shalom Aleichem, Bobby Basra. I wonder who Bobby Basra is. What comes by? Like, keep a fella from excitement and surprise. Shalom Aleichem, Rabbi. So we're learning about squeezing fruit on Yantif, on Shabbos, and the gezerah of the mashkin shezavu, and even if it comes out by itself, maybe you can't eat it. And so we saw that that's according to Rabbi Yehuda, and that Rabbi Yehuda says that you can eat it. The mashkin shezavu. Shalom Aleichem, Avi Mairi. So the Rambam that we saw, he makes a difference. He says if it's the stay, the yantiv, 2-day yantivs is stay kedushos hein, and it's not one kedusha. Therefore, if an egg is born on the first day, you can eat it on the second day. And if you catch a behema chayav v'ayif on the first day, you can eat the second day. 2 kedushos, like my dad says, we made shechianu on both days. Each one is a different shechianu. But it says the Rambam, Aval Shnei Yomim Shel Rosh Hashanah Kedusha Achas Hein V'Kiyom Echad Hein Chashuvin. Exactly like you said, unbelievable, right? Okay, so therefore a Beitza that's born on the first day, you can't eat it on the second day. Okay, amazing. So, and that's exactly what we're about to see. The Shita of Rabbi Yehuda in the last 8 minutes of shir. So, the Oda Amar Rabbi Yehuda in the second one. Remember, Rabbi Yochanan is saying I have a steer in Rabbi Yehuda over here. And so he says, Rabbi Yehuda says, Madne Adam al Kalkala Shel Peros. Now it's actually a very big schus that we have Avi Mairi and we have Clown Spy, Bobby Basra, in shir, because the word Kalkala, I think it means a basket of fruit, but that's where the English word, the Hebrew word, modern Hebrew for economy or economics, comes from, this basket. And, so shout out to the economic branch of Yeshiva Gula show. Okay. V'od Amar Rav Yehuda. And Rav Yehuda says, furthermore, Le'el Mine, above it, it says, Tanav Mesechus Erevin. It teaches, we learned the Mesechus Erevin. It says, Rosh Hashanah, Shahare Yareh. The person was worried, Shema Tiz Aber. Maybe like Ibor, be an Elul, V'hayu Shnei Yamim Tovim, Me'erev Adam Shnei Eruvim. So he's worried that it's going to be 2 yantivs. The person makes 2 erevs. Because Savar Shtei Kedushas Hein, because this guy holds that it's 2 different Kedushas. Aval Echad Chol, the Echad Yantiv. One is weekday and one is Yantiv. V'lu Yadina and Hai Chol v'Hai Yantiv. And we don't know which one is Chol, which one is Yantiv. So Rabbi Yehuda actually holds that the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah are 2 different Kedushas. The Rambam doesn't paskin like that. But it seems from this Rashi that Rabbi Yehuda holds that it's two different Kedushas, the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. And so maybe that's the stira that they're saying in Rabbi Yehuda. Let's see. Madna Adam al Kakala. So a person can make a condition on his basket. So it says Laha Milsa Havu Shtei Kedushos. It's for this thing, it's actually that it's the two different Kedushos. Haisalo Kakala Shaperis. He had a basket of fruit. Tevel. It was Tevel. No, you didn't take Truma Meiser out of it yet. V'shachach below Easter me'erev Yantiv, and he forgot. He didn't take Meiser erev Yantiv, Vitnan, and we have in a Tanan, we have in a
Mishnah.
Ah, very good.
4 men.
4 minutes, perfect. So let's just finish this Rashi. We have in a Mishnah, Emagvim Trumos Meiser Yantiv. Well, you can't take Truma Meiser and Yantiv. It's a fair Mishnah later on. Base. So, and you don't take Meiser and Yantiv, but tonight. So, there's a Meiser and Yantiv. Actually, you can do it with a condition. The Omer, and you say, Im Hayom Chol. If today is Chol, the Lemachar Kodesh, and the next day is Yantiv. Yiyu elu truma umaistros al elu. These will be trumos umaistros for these. You separate them. V'imayom kodesh ain't b'dvar klum. But if today is yantiv, so then I'm not even saying nothing. But no say behead siman, and you put a sign on it, like which is which. Ulemacharat, and the next day choser v'omer, you go back and you say, Cain. You say the same thing. If today is weekday and yesterday is Kodesh, Yihiyu Elu Truma al Hashar. These will be Truma on the rest. V'imayom Kodesh ve'esmo Chol. But if today is Yantif, so Hare Nasu Truma Emo, I did the Truma yesterday. And then if today's Kodesh, so then I did the Truma yesterday. Umimanav Shach Tochal. Where did it say that? Umimanav Shach Tochal. I said that by memory. I'm kidding. Umimanav Shach. Yeah, good that I did it. Mimanav Shach, Niskani, they became Tikkun. Mimanav Shach, they became Tikkun. Rebbe said, you know what a Manav Shach is? Klaus, you know what a Manav Shach is? TVJ, you know what a Manav Shach is?
Manav Shach is like, not from where, it was just in my head a second ago. Manav Shach is,
Manav Shach.
of course.
It's okay.
It's like, is it like, of course? Like,
Mimanav Shach, no. Dad,
regardless.
Dad,
Regardless.
you know what Manav Shach is?
Regardless.
It's close.
Either way,
It's close.
either way.
Either way,
Either way.
boom, you got it. Either way, Manav Shach. Either way you look at it. If yesterday was Kodesh, so then you're doing the Truma now. And if yesterday was Chol, so then you did the Truma yesterday. Mima Nafshach, you're good. Mima Nafshach, from either way. Very good, DVJ. Shkayach. Okay, so Mima Nafshach, they become Tikkun. They talk now. So that's what it means that a person could make the condition on the basket. And eat it on the second day. And so too the Rambam that we saw, Beitza Shanoda, the Rishon, the egg that was born on the first day. Tochal b'sheni, you eat it on the second day. B'sheni, eat on the second day. Yeah, you can eat it. B'rishon lo, but not on the first day.
1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute. Wait. Click, clack, clack, clack. Ending shir with a beautiful Rashi, and I've never been happier to be learning with my Tati. And he comes with the Mordic answer to the Rambam. He was Mechaveh. And we should all be zoche tomorrow to go weiter. Shout out to Rabbi Beitler, Oliver Shalom, and all the rabbis in my past. If they could see me now, they would be very proud, I hope.